Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I'm Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to look at today is the Thomas Massey portion of the Judiciary Committee, of which we've been covering. We're working through reps after reps after reps, so much good stuff. But Thomas Massey delivers something here and completely gets Dettelbach to admit there is no gun show loophole and nails the coffin shut real tight. Everything will be linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on as we are pushing freedom forward every single day. And we'd love to have you along for the ride. And this content is brought to you by a Vanish giveaway for a truck you guys need to check out. I'm going to say a quick word and then we're going to hit this. Today, I want to tell you about the biggest giveaway I've ever had on my channel. This is from Vanish Holsters. They are giving one of you this $80,000 custom Rocky Ridge Silverado for free to one lucky American who buys one of their gun magnets or t-shirts through June 3rd. And all you have to do to get a shot at that truck is get one of these bad boys, the storage magnet from Vanish Holsters. You are talking about rare earth magnets that will hold up to 45 pounds across any terrain once it's mounted in your vehicle. It can not only hold the gun itself, also has room for one magazine, and on top of that, it will not scratch at all your firearm. Now, to get entries for this truck, make sure you check this out at the link in the description box below. Vanish is looking to hook you up. This is something where you get a massive discount just for clicking right down there, and you get the entries as well. Thank you so much to them, and check it out. All right, beautiful people, listen, we got so much stuff, but this one, Thomas Massey has always been a stalwart defender of the 2A. He's done an amazing job time and time again. He has proven, and he did not disappoint in this interaction with Steve Dettelbach, the director of the ATF. Check this out and listen to what he actually gets him to admit, and then he slams the door hard at the end. All right, let's get this party going.
Will be defined as being engaged in the business of selling firearms?
The purpose of the rule is to effectuate Congress's definition. Congress expanded the definition 2 years ago in the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act.
What's the result going to be?
The result is going to be, I hope, increased compliance with Congress's statute.
The result is going to be subjecting more American citizens to the treatment that Mr. Malinowski unfortunately received from our federal government, which is you want to get more warrants to serve these no-knock raids on people who have not been convicted of anything, yet may be convicted on their doorstep to death.
Now, the reason that this is so important is he's tying it to an actual real-world example, the Brian Malinowski case, which is the the airport director in Arkansas. But again, he points out that this is a power grab. You want more warrants. You want more leeway to get more warrants to be able to expand your reach of your enforcement. That's what this whole thing is about. Make no mistake, that's what we're talking about. And Thomas Massey is in that direction. That's important. But what we're about to shift into is from the engaged in business rule into specifically the gun control loophole. And he stabs a little bit at the left, stabs a little bit at the ATF. Let's get it. Even the media didn't escape this one.
Address something in your rule here. I did find one thing that I think is sort of helpful, and I hope the other side of the aisle will read this. I want to give you time to look at this. The department, that would be the ATF, correct, in your rule?
I don't know what is this from the?
Yeah, this is from the rule.
The department refers to the Department of Justice.
Okay. The department also notes that the term gun show loophole is a misnomer in that there is no statutory exemption under the Gun Control Act for unlicensed persons to engage in the business of dealing in firearms at a gun show or at any other venue. I hope the other side of the aisle, this is the one useful thing that I found in 16-page rule and hundreds of pages of explanation, is to show people that there is no gun show loophole. Do you agree with the department and with your own rule here?
Case shut, game, set, match. In the rule that they're talking about of engaged in business, they just said that the gun show loophole is a misnomer that never existed. Okay, well, we can put that one to bed. That clearly doesn't exist. This clip will be out there forever. Thank you to Thomas Massey. We never have to hear the word gun show loophole again because it's stupid and it's made up. And even Dettelbach says, yeah, we know. Watch this next clip. Again, he doubles down on something that we covered on this channel when he says the gun show loophole never existed at an ATF opening for a big memorial thing in front of gun controllers. Check it out. He reaffirms it right now.
I agree that Congress never said, and has never said, and hasn't said now, didn't say before this, that somebody who is engaged in the business, those are the words there, can do that without a license depending on where they sit. But people have encouraged the perception, and we have seen an increased level of noncompliance among people who are either intentionally or otherwise breaking Congress's statute.
The only people encouraging this perception is the left side of the aisle in the media. There is no gun show loophole, and I'm glad you finally admitted that. Now I want to get to something else.
I've said that publicly, and there never was.
Okay, thank you. I want to get to something else in your opening statement.
Doubled down. He just doubled down on what he said originally. Remember when we covered this in an ATF ceremony to cover some thing? I can't remember what it was at ATF. When he was talking to gun controllers and said there was never a gun show loophole, and there never was. He just reaffirmed it, said the exact same thing on the record in Congress. Massey nailed it. This is why these hearings are so important, because when you get things like that on tape, all you do is you just keep on repeating it, and that is how their propaganda dies, when their own people say what they're claiming doesn't exist. That's the point. The left and the media are the ones that drive the gun show loophole lie and misnomer, because it doesn't exist. The director of the ATF just said it doesn't exist, and he's Biden's appointee. That's why these things are so important. The political games that we see all the time, these little individual moves, that's a big one. Anyway, got one more thing for you, and the way that he nails this coffin shut with 18,000 nails right here, go Thomas Massey, go. Go team. Glad he got reelected just now.
In your statistic, whether you know it or not, 18 and 19-year-olds, but you would never claim that those are minors in the context of gun prosecutions. And the only way you can get the number of deaths attributable to firearms above other causes is by excluding under the age of 1 and including 18 and 19-year-olds, particularly gang members, and including self-defense. So with that...
Smoked. Game, set, match. The reason that that's important, I put that in there, is because he was going after the lie that children's are the number one cause of death, the death of children in the United States is guns. Lie. So you won't prosecute people who are 18, 19, and 20 years old as an adult, which is what he's going after there, but you count them in statistics as children under gun violence when it's not the number one cause of children's deaths in the United States. Now, the left, and this is an important piece. I didn't get this clip, but I'm just going to touch on it. They go down the road of, well, what does it matter if it's the number 1 or number 2 or number 3? The reason that it matters is because you had the Vice President of the United States, the President of the United States, multiple members of Congress, multiple people on the floor of the Senate and the House lying, saying that it is the number 1 causer of death in children because it's an impactful political point. Oh my goodness, they're lying to you to take your rights away. Shocker among shocks. Thomas Massey, orbit, nuke, gone again. This is why you need to watch these hearings. This is why we need people like this, and that is what I've got for you. I can't wait to show you the next one. Everything will be leaked, and I will see you then.